You grab the box. As you guys are scrambling, Hilda, you throw the phone back down, and you guys are scrambling, grabbing your stuff. You hear the sounds of the TV in the living room.
Go get your brother, Wade.
Oh, fuck.
And as you guys are scrambling, you guys all run, and you jump, and you get into the foyer of the living room as you turn. And you've heard that sound of the TV being on this whole time. But as you guys run into the room, all you hear now is just shh. And as you guys all reach the entrance to the living room and stand, you see horrified, reaching out toward you guys, face white, Astrid, as she is being pulled into the TV. Into the TV,
grabbing her.
Pulling her inside the TV. Okay, who runs forward?
Grab.
Okay, you guys all run forward. I need you guys all to make me force.
Oh, I'm good at that.
Shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get 8 dice in this. If I fuck this up, it's meant to be.
I'm
Oh my fucking god.
1 and 2. Let's go.
I got a 1, a 1, a 4, a 4, a 3, a 3, and a 2.
I am going to go for the TV instead. I'm gonna try and smash it with something.
Okay. What do you smash it with?
Is there like something in the kitchen? A knife that I could stab it and short circuit it with.
You find Astrid's bat inside the kitchen closet that she uses to smash raccoons.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, I'm going to try and use that with all my might.
Okay. All right. So, Wade, you grab onto your mom's hands and you start pulling as Agnes, you rush to the kitchen and you find the bat and you start running back to smash the TV. Hildy, what are you doing?
I was also gonna try to pull out Astrid.
Okay.
But
all right. So you guys both rolled 4. So what did you guys get?
I didn't get any successes out of my 8
You
dice.
might want to push or something.
Yeah.
Pushing is when I reroll all fails, right?
You reroll all failed dice, correct? But you will take a condition.
We'll do upset because if my mom fucking dies, I think Wade would be a little sad. Bro, I can only do that once, right?
Shit.
I can only do that once.
You can only you should be able to only do that once.
Fuck me.
Hildy, any luck?
Yeah.
I mean, I have
No, I
one
don't
luck
have any
point. I have 1 luck point. If you want me to try my 2 dice, I can do it.
I mean, I just rolled 16 dice and not a single one of those was a 6. So, what are the odds of that?
Actually,
yeah.
you know
you
what?
can only push the roll once immediately after a failed roll.
Okay. Actually, I'm going to, while they're trying to pull her out, I'm going to grab the box and I'm going to point the open end towards the thing, towards the creature, and I'm just going to start like trying to figure out how to work it, give it a couple smacks, try to get it to like do its thing.
Okay. I need you to roll me Tinker.
Tinker? Okay, that's
Oh,
4 minus...
actually, yeah, roll me Tinker.
Okay. That's not good. I'm going to luck point this baby.
That's like a 1% chance of happening. That's so ass. It's like actually ass.
Okay, and I'm gonna push.
All right, you will take a condition.
She is going to take scared. No. Yeah, she's
Upsetty
gonna take
spaghetti. Be sad boys together.
1 success. Thank Christ. I have one more condition away from being broken.
Oh. Okay.
You successfully managed to cut the power, but this thing doesn't
Agnes.
rely on power.
That's why I didn't cut
no.
the power.
Oh, yeah.
Agnes, did you do your roll?
I got 1 success after a luck point and after pushing, so...
Oh,
Not
wow.
relate.
This is this is so bad.
All right. So, Hildy, did you get any successes?
No, can I spend a luck point?
You, of course, can spend a luck point.
Okay. I did not get a success.
Okay. All right. Anything else anybody wants to do?
No, I literally, I have no luck because I'm old.
No, I'm riding on this 1 success.
Okay. Here's what happens.
Yeah, alright.
As Wade, Hildy, you guys both rush forward and you grab onto Astrid's outstretched hands and you guys hold tight, grab her around the wrists and hands and begin to pull tightly, your feet pushing into the rug as it begins to slide and shift toward the TV. As you can see these claws just dragging her into the static of the TV as she's saying, wait, as she's just getting pulled in. Guys, as she's just getting pulled in and you're holding on for dear life, just grabbing onto your mom and she's just getting pulled in. Agnes, you start to rush into the kitchen and you grab the bat, but then you see the box and you drop the bat and you scoop up the box and start running over. You guys are holding as hard as you can, but your feet are sliding and this creature is too strong. It's pulling your mom too hard and you guys aren't able to stop it as you're just getting dragged closer and closer toward the TV as Agnes, you rush up, grab the box, thrust it up, and you start checking it to see if there's anything that this can do to stop this creature. You don't know how this works or what it does, but this is what you do. You're a hacker. You do this kind of thing. You've worked and built and structured Optimus, and you put everything you know about technology into this to figure out exactly how to make it work. And as you rush forward, you just see Astrid's wide face and eyes as you throw this box, and you can see there's a button on the side, and you can see there's some wires running up the side, also painted black, that line up with that kind of circuitry on the top. And as you rush up, you can see there are some wires that are kind of tucked into the top. Those nodes, they connect to the top. But there's wires connected to those nodes that look like they could connect to something else.
The television. Hook her up.
You rush to the TV, and you can see the wires sticking out of the back of this TV. As you can see, Astrid is now almost up to her shoulders as she's getting pulled in, and you guys are trying as hard as you can, but it's not working. As Agnes, you rush to the back of the TV and just start ripping out wires and plugging in these new ones. As you finish and you lock them down into place and tighten down the knobs in this split second.
Or it's just like rip Wade's mom in half.
As you smack the button on the side of the box, and all at once, you guys feel the electricity in the room light up with a powerful blast and surges. All the lights in the house just immediately flare up, and you guys have to cover your eyes, but you can't because you're holding on to Astrid, and so there's this blinding light flash in this living room as we see an outside shot of the house as light just pours and rips out of this house, this impossibly bright light. As you guys stand in this living room, Agnes holding the wires into the back of the TV, as you just feel the power surging through it and into this box. As you just hear that once again, Agnes, you hear it again, and you guys, for the first time, hear it, this static-filled electric roar, like a power surging. Just immense power as suddenly you see the TV screen begin to shift and warp as you see the claws that are grabbing onto Astrid begin to flex and rattle in place. And Astrid stops getting dragged for a few seconds, and you guys grab her by the wrist and begin pulling harder as suddenly the TV begins to heat up and shake and vibrate. And you guys, holding on to Astrid, grab her tight and give a last massive tug with everything you have as Agnes, you hold on to this box as it is just shaking. as suddenly the TV just lights up with power, and you just see an electrical surge rip through this as power shoots through the TV into the box. And Agnes, you feel an immense surge of power as electricity just rushes into this box, and you guys just hear that roar as these claws let go of Astrid and get pulled inside the TV. And as you guys give her a yank, there's that blinding flash of light, and Agnes, you feel a massive force once again hit you in the chest, and you get smacked up against the back wall as you feel the box smack against your chest, and you drop to the ground. And there's just blinding white light as you guys hear an explosion.
So that's what happened to the guy.
Well, I guess we're all blind now.
Yeah, no, Agnes just holds the box tight and just doesn't move.
Agnes, you're sitting up against the back wall, and it's just all you see is white, and you can't hear.
Dope.
As you're just looking around, and it's like a bomb just went off in this room.
Am I broken now?
And you are just like looking around the room, and you're just like moving around, and you're clutching the box, but you almost can't feel your hands. They're just tingling with electricity. As you're just sitting on the ground there, and you just see smoke. You like begin to blink, and you can start to see smoke. And you kind of just sit there, and then you begin to see fire.
Shit.
And you try to move, and you feel something twinge. And you look down at your leg, and you can see there's a big chunk of plastic sticking out of your leg. And you kind of just sit there, and you kind of wooze for a second, and you blink some more, and then a few moments pass, and you start to hear the sounds of the room come back, and you blink, and then you can see the room again. And it is on fire. The living room is on fire.
I'm so sorry.
The room is just full of smoke. You can hear the fire alarm going off, and this room is just ablaze. As you kind of move and stand up, you can see the TV is shattered. This thing has been blown apart. It is just in pieces. You can see the electrodes and the cathodes are just shattered. The glass is everywhere, and this thing is just in pieces. It is pieces that have just been shot all around the room. You don't see your friends, as there's just so much smoke and fire. What do you do?
Wait. Hildy?
It's okay, my birthday's not until February.
She's like coughing. She's like, Miss Astrid, I'm sorry.
You start pushing through the room, looking around, scanning.
I can't even stand because I got a chunk of shrapnel in my leg.
Your leg hurts. You can't really feel your leg right now.
Crawling.
Your right leg, you can't even feel it. You're just pushing yourself along, dragging the box as just the fire is blazing around. It is hot in here. It is blazing hot. And there's just so much smoke. You start coughing as you're pulling your way through. And you are trying so hard to find your friends, but you can't find them. You don't see them. And you are freaking out. And you're just going, oh no, oh no, oh no, when suddenly your hand touches a leg. And you look up and you see Hildy laying on the ground.
Hildy, more brain damage, no.
Am I conscious?
Hildy,
What's
you
going
are
on?
Shake.
are really out of it right now.
Shake,
but
shake her
Yes,
like a
double
Polaroid.
concussion. Nice.
you start to feel something shaking your leg, and you kind of move your head, and you look up, and you begin blinking, and you start to see the smoke and the fire too, and you look up, and you see Agnes is just shaking your leg.
Agnes.
She looks terrified.
Agnes, what happened?
We gotta call fire, whatever. Hold on.
Agnes pulls out a cell phone and dials 911.
looking up the
Swedish 911.
112. We have to dial 112.
You gotta call 112. Gotta call 112. On your feet,
Okay, I think
We are leaving.
We gotta call 112. 112. You gotta call 112. 112.
Oh my god, wait.
I can't get up. I got a boo-boo. Where's Wade?
Wait,
Probably
can I see
fucking
her?
dead.
Can I see
Hilda,
her
you
leg?
sit up. Hilda, you sit up, and you see Agnes is just got soot and ash on her face. She's clutching the box, but you can see in her leg is just this massive chunk of plastic sticking out of it.
My leg's only like this big anyway.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not great.
You're okay. We gotta get out of here.
Where's Wade? Where's Astrid? We need to call. I can't let their house be destroyed.
Agnes, you kind of help pull Hildy up, and Hildy, you almost fall back on the ground because you just swoon for a second. You almost fall back down, but you guys hold on to each other. And Agnes, you pull Hildy up the rest of the way, and you guys help each other.
I'm on the ground.
Yeah, you kind of help get her up, but then you guys start moving together as Agnes. You're pushing yourself along, but you guys both help each other.
The phone.
Move
We need the
and get through
phone.
this
The phone.
phase.
Do you think the phone still works? The landline?
You looking around. It doesn't
Fire
look like
extinguisher.
any of the lights in the house are on. Either they all got blown out, or there is no power in this house. The only light is from the fire that is just
Shit.
burning through this house.
Is this house made of asbestos? If so, we're safe.
As you guys start moving your way through, you do not see Wade or Astrid yet.
Shit.
It's just there's too much smoke and fire. What do you do?
Door. We need to get to the door. Open the door.
Okay, there's the back sliding glass door and there's the front door.
Front door. We need to start
guys-
shouting for help.
You guys start yelling and shouting and start moving your way toward the front door. And as you guys are moving through, you see crumpled in the corner two figures.
Wait. Miss
you would-
Astrid.
You guys look and they're behind a wall, like a big part of fire, but you can see them. And you can get to them. But there is a lot of fire around them.
Nah, that's cool, guys. Just let me burn.
Is there a fire extinguisher in this house? You know,
I think
safety
it was
regulations.
Swedish fire
Maybe.
safety in the 1980s.
I'm sure they
but-
were safer than we were.
But you guys look and you can see through the smoke. You can just see as you guys like move and see this. You can just see the two shapes in the corner. What do you do?
Wade!
Wade, Miss
Wade,
Astrid.
wake up!
Anything?
Please!
Wade.
I'm
Wade.
sorry.
You've gotten hit pretty hard sometimes. You've had some pretty big smacks. But there is no air in your lungs.
Oh, cool. There's a bunch of glass in my chest.
All there is smoke. And all you can see is fire. And you don't know if it's your mom on top of you, pinning you down, unconscious, or if it's something else, as you can't really move, and you don't know why.
Sick.
I don't know what to do.
Can I feel my arms and or legs?
No.
Oh. I've been nuggetified. No.
Stop it. Don't say that.
And as you guys you guys are in the hall, where do you guys move when this is happening?
Wait.
Us?
Can he like talk?
Yes, you too. You guys
I
just see
don't
the
think
shapes
so.
in the
He's
corner.
like, smoke is in my lungs.
She's gonna start screaming. She's gonna be Optimus!
You start yelling for Optimus. Wade, you hear Agnes yelling Optimus, and you see hear through the smoke. Sounds like she's in the room with you.
Can I say anything? Are my lungs too
You-
filled with carbon dioxide?
You try
Or
to say
like
something,
that?
but nothing comes out but a whisper. Just you don't say a thing.
Sick. Guess I'll die.
We have to. Is Optimus fire resistant at all?
I don't know, he's metal, but he just needs to get in there, grab them.
As you guys are standing in the hall, do you start moving toward the front door? Do you move toward the two, or do you just stay where you are?
I think we should probably start moving outside,
Yeah.
at least to see if
Okay.
we could call for help.
Okay. You guys start moving toward
Crawling.
the front door?
Army crawling, yeah.
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 Okay, you guys start moving toward the front door. And as you guys are going, you get to the front door, and you open it up, and just smoke just starts bellowing out of the house. The fire was pretty localized to the living room, but you guys just burst out the front. But the smoke was just spreading. Like, the fire might have started to spread more, but mainly the smoke was just covering the whole house. It just starts exploding out as you guys fall out onto the porch. And you guys are just pulling yourselves along. You are about to, like, fall unconscious again. As you guys start pulling yourself out. And Agnes, you're just crying out for help. And you cried out for Optimus. And as you pull yourself out, there's just a ton of smoke as you see a cop car racing down the street as it just swerves around the corner and pulls into the driveway. And you see the lights are blaring, the headlights are on, and it just pulls in, and it literally just stops, and the door flies open. And you see somebody get out and just start running full speed toward the house. And you see them run up toward the porch, and then you feel them put a hand on each of your shoulders. You see them look down, and you see the figure nod, and you see the kind face of someone you know well as they nod their heads, stand up, and run inside the house full speed.
Optimus!
You can't move. And there's just fire everywhere.
So I've been told.
Speed run the broken status.
You are sitting,
Oh fuck.
and this is not looking good, champ. This is not looking great.
Happy birthday to you.
How do you-
Your mom lied to you.
Wait,
You were
wait.
born yesterday.
Wade, what are you
Yeah.
feeling? How do you feel in this moment right now?
Kind of hot, very hard to breathe.
Emotions
Very
foul.
terrified.
There you go.
Is this the scariest thing? Is this the scariest situation you've ever been in?
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
It's not
Yeah,
looking
definitely.
great. This is definitely a very
Looking
rough
very
situation.
bleak.
As you sit there, suddenly you hear a smashing of stone. And you blink your eyes. There's just so much smoke, and you can barely see. As suddenly you see somebody run down the hall, and you can just see the shadow highlighted in the smoke and fire. You see a figure standing there, and they rush toward you as you just hear the pounding of bricks near your head, and suddenly you can just hear the faint breaking as the wall shatters next to you, and something begins to move itself inside the house. As we see this figure rush in, and Wade, the last thing you see before you fall unconscious is you see this figure rush in and begin to
Guardian
swoop down to
angel.
help you, and you swear that it looks just like your dad.
Oh.
Yo, what?
As your world goes black.
Oh. Optimus.
Hey, Wade's gonna finally meet his dad.
You guys are taken. You guys are. Some ambulances show
I
up.
want to pawn the box off onto Optimus before they come and get us, if
Yeah.
I can.
A fire truck comes, but before this happens, you manage to get the box smuggled away into Optimus. The ambulances come, a fire truck comes, and they go and they start putting out the fire. All of you get out. As you guys, Agnes and Hildy, were sitting on the front porch, you guys heard that smashing noise too, and that figure run in. And then very soon after that, we see Optimus come around the side of the house with Astrid on top of him, he's covered in ash and soot, and she's on top, and he's coming toward the front of the house. And then, as he approaches, he comes and walks up to you two, and then you guys hear a sound from the door, and you turn, and you see a dark-shadowed figure walk out through the front door. And you see them holding an unconscious Wade in their arms as they walk out And as they push through the smoke and ash, you see who it is. And you know who this is. As you see Gus standing there covered in soot and ash. And he kind of just stands there for a few moments. He looks around at all of you, looks at each of you, and then at Astrid, and then back down at Wade. And he just lets out a big sigh. But then he smiles. And he walks forward. He lays Wade down, and he puts a hand on Astrid, and he pulls out his walkie-talkie, and you hear him call the number for the ambulance and the fire truck.
112.
112. He gives a big call to 112. He puts out the big bulletin, the big call
Agnes looks at him,
and
she's like, "I'm sorry."
he just gives you a look. His face is just covered in the soot. His hair has been it was like a lighter brown, but it's just coated black. So is his mustache, and he just looks at you. And
Don't let
even
him
through
take
all of
me.
that, he just looks down at you and he gives you a kind smile. And he says, "Don't worry, kiddo. I'm not gonna let that happen." And
Dad.
as we see
Daddy?
as
Sorry.
we see the ambulances and the fire trucks pulling up, you guys, Gus, make sure you guys get some medical attention.
My leg kind of
And-
fucked.
Yeah, the doctors take a
yeah,
look
I
at your
forgot
leg,
about
Agnes, and it does
This
not look
hurt.
great, and there's light on it now. It does not feel good. But they give you something, and they help you lay down, and you feel it get taken out. And they put some cleaning stuff in it, and they put some antibiotics on it, and they
I need some shoes.
they clean you up. They clean you up, and you feel your leg get bandaged up. And you just kind of lay there in the back of the ambulance for a bit. Hildy, you kind of have like a blanket around you, and you're kind of sitting near the ambulance. One of the medical technicians is kind of like checking in with you.
Yep, definitely double concussed. I've only seen a few cases like this in my lifetime.
Yeah. They're like, and they gave you a new ice pack, and some water to drink.
Ice packet. There we go.
Yeah. As they're like checking in on you, and then Wade, you're just still unconscious.
In an ambulance.
Yeah,
With all my arms and legs crippled.
Wade and Astrid, you guys can see, are getting treated in the back of another ambulance. There's stuff looks a little bit more severe. You can see there's some burns on both of them just a little bit, but they're getting cleaned up. You can see Wade has a little bit of shrapnel in both of his legs, and a little bit in like around his chest and arms a little bit. Mostly in the legs, but it looks like a brunt of it hit him, and he managed to take a lot of the blows from hitting his mom. And so,
I do what I can.
Hero.
looks like he saved her from a lot of the brunt, saved her from much of the shrapnel. But they clean you guys up, and as everybody's getting kind of fixed up, some more cop cars begin to pull up. Some cops ask Gus some questions. And then eventually everybody starts to pack up. The house has been put out. The fire is gone. And everybody starts to kind of go their separate ways.
It's a good thing my mom's not here.
Agnes, as you're sitting in the back of the ambulance, you've been patched up. And everybody's kind of getting ready to pack up. You see somebody
Shit.
walking down the road. And you look up, and you see them kind of step into the light a little bit, and you see your mom.
She's
kind of
gonna look
walking
away.
toward you.
She's gonna sit there. She's gonna look away.
You hear her walk up, and you hear her sit down on the metal bench next to you, and you hear her kind of creaking. She sits down in the back of the ambulance next to you. And you guys kind of just stare out at the whole scene, all of the hubbub, and the movement of all of the technicians, the doctors, nurses, the firefighting staff, police officers, and your friends. And you kind of just look over at Wade and Wilma, or Wade and Astrid still unconscious in the back of the ambulance in front of you guys, and you guys kind of just sit there quietly. And it's quiet for a bit. She doesn't say anything. But you feel your mom grab your hand and give it a squeeze.
Agnes just
And
kind
she
of
just-
tenses up. She doesn't know what to do with that.
And she doesn't let go. And you guys sit there for a while as everybody just packs up, gets cleaned up. The house is a little wrecked right now, so it's not really great for staying in. And so,
You'd think that they'd probably take you guys to the hospital.
yeah, Gus says,
We do have
He
free
ta-
healthcare in Sweden after
he talks,
all.
we had that great free healthcare, and so Gus talks to some of the medics, and they're gonna take, they offer Hildy for you to come to the hospital too, if you feel like you need to. But they're gonna take, Gus is gonna escort. They're gonna take Astrid and Wade to the hospital.
Okay. I'll turn to Gus and I'll go, all right, I think that might be good. But where's my, did you check by my father's house? Is he all right? Have you seen him?
You hear the sounds
Oh.
of a blaring limo tearing down the street. And as you turn over your shoulder, you and Gus both look as you see the normal limo, not the Red Hot Chili Pepper limo, tearing down the road. And it just comes screeching into a halt. And you see the door flies open, the passenger door, and your dad comes out. And he just runs straight for you and just wraps you in a hug. He doesn't say a word. He just wraps you in a hug and he just does not let go.
I'll return the hug.
He looks up at Gus. He says, thank you, officer. Gus just kind of gives him a nod. Of course, sir. I got you. And your father offers to carry you back to the car, but if you want to go to the hospital, that is an option too. To get checked out and looked at.
Who could beat the excellent medical care of Smithers?
I'm gonna go to the hospital.
Okay. Your father nods, and he rides with you in the ambulance. As you guys are gonna go to the hospital, Smithers will take the limo, and follow you guys. Wade and Astrid their beds are pushed in the rest of the way to the ambulance. The doors are closed. The technicians climb in. The nurses climb in. Gus climbs.
Oh, before Gus
Before
leaves.
he climbs in. Okay.
Yeah, before Gus
do you
leaves, Agnes is gonna flag him down.
Yeah, you flag Gus down, and he walks over.
And
Hey,
she
kiddo.
just pretending that her mom's not even there, and she's just gonna look at him. She's still gonna say, "I caught it, Gus. I accidentally let it out, but I caught it."
Kind of just gives another smile. Says, good job, kiddo. If anybody could do it, you could do it. And he just kind of
Was
rustles.
that punk Jeremy?
Oh yeah, that Jeremy kid's just a big old punk.
He was
That
gonna let
Jeremy
it go on the entire dance.
kid. Oh boy, yeah, we'll have to have a talking to with that young kiddo. Oh boy. But that'll be for tomorrow. Yeah, we'll have a big talk with him. Don't you worry.
I'm
and he-
sorry.
Hey,
To Astrid, I'm sorry.
you're okay, kiddo. Don't worry. They're gonna be okay. They just need to get some good rest, and the doctors are gonna help them out. But they'll be okay. Doctors gonna just give them a look over, but they'll be all right. You can come see them tomorrow, all right?
Okay.
Do you want to come to the hospital too? And
No.
okay. All right, I'll
Hey,
let your mom
Gus.
take care of this. Yeah. He turns back around.
You're a good parent.
Gus tears up a little bit at that one. And he turns away and says, "Thank you, Agnes."
I say as my mom's sitting right there.
Yeah, your mom doesn't say it.
That's fucked up.
Hey, man, we can't all have good parental relationships. And then she just
But-
looks at, have a good drive.
He just kind of gives a nod. Thank you, kiddo. Thank you.
Is,
Agnes.
is
Get better soon,
Optimus?
kiddo.
Yeah, I'll try.
Get some good rest. He walks toward the car, and he climbs in the cop car as Wade and Astrid's ambulance peels out. He follows behind, and you see the second ambulance, which is the one you're sitting in, get ready to pull out. And Wilma helps you down, and you guys kind of stand there as the second ambulance. You see Hildy kind of gives you away from inside. Hildy, you
Bye.
see Agnes, as you and your father are sitting in the back with the technicians and nurses, as you guys are following along with the caravan to the hospital.
Is Optimus anywhere around?
Optimus is hiding behind a tree nearby.
I look at him and I put my hands out and I do the grabby hand.
You do this, and he
She needs some
comes
mega
over.
healing time.
Yeah, he comes over and he runs over. He's still got a little bit of soot on him, and you can see he's got a couple dents in his outer shell.
Good
But he
job,
runs
buddy.
over. Wop wop, and he kind of just crouches down and like kind of nuzzles up against you. Your mom has been holding your hand this whole time. She still hasn't let go. And as you guys are kind of just standing here in front of the ruined house, she kind of just stands there for a second. She says, "Agnes, I am so sorry.
It's fine.
I have not been great.
It's fine.
You're a good kid, Agnes."
Not really. I just
No,
blew
okay,
up my
whatever.
friend's house. I almost got his bomb killed.
and him killed too. You almost
And
killed
him
me as
and
well.
Hilly and
And maybe Gus.
I want to go home.
Kiddo, I just want you to know that even though there's rough stuff, even if a explosive just went off in that house, it doesn't matter.
I think it
I know
does,
you're-
Boba.
I know you're trying to do the right thing. And she just squeezes your hand. She says, "I want you to be safe. I know I'm not always nice. I know I don't always pack your lunch, and I know I don't always say the nicest things, and that's on me. That's a me thing, but I care about you, kiddo. I care about you, Agnes, and I don't want you to get hurt." She just squeezes your hand.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if the way I was acting made it seem that way, because I don't ever want you to get hurt.
It's fine.
Or seem like I'd be okay with that, because I wouldn't be. And you just hear her sniffling a little bit. And she says, "Okay, we can go home." Optimus, can you carry Agnes for me?
Yeah, I grab your hands. I'm like, pick me up.
He says, "Wop wop," and scoops you right up. She says, "Thanks."
Let's go, buddy.
Wop wop. And he starts walking you guys back. And you just getting carried in Optimus's arm as he just walks back toward your house. A few houses down, as you can see Wilma just holding on to the side of Optimus's arm. As you guys walk back toward the house, and everybody goes to their separate places for this day and all of the day's events, where everybody goes.
That's fucked up.
Oh boy.
Oops.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, that could have been... I'm surprised that no one died. I definitely thought...
The only reason you're not dead weight is plot armor.
Hell yeah.
Alright, we're gonna
I don't know. I was shrapnel my arms and legs. I might have to get those amputated, so...
We'll get to that.
I love how they're just like, wow, this kid got her entire leg almost chopped off. She doesn't have to come to the hospital.
No, they sewed you up.
They sewed
fix
me
you
up.
But
I gotta fix up my leg meat.
yeah, but as the night passes, eventually morning does come. And each of you in your own individual spaces, you all rise for the morning. Agnes, you wake up at home,
Payne.
and you are curled up in your room. And Optimus is in your room. He's kind of in his box form. He's still asleep. But your mom is curled up next to you, and she's just got her arms wrapped around you, and she is fast asleep as well.
Whatever. She just goes back to sleep.
You kind of, as you looked at your mom for a second, you could just see there was a little bit there was just the tears that were kind of just dried still on her face. But she is fast asleep as you just kind of roll back over, pull the blanket up, and curl back up and go to bed.
Some things are too late to fix, Wilma.
Go back to bed.
I'll let you just call your mom Wilma.
Wilma. Hildy, you wake up. You are in a little kind of station room at the hospital, in a cozy bed in a white room, and you wake up. You're in a hospital gown, and there's light, the bright light of the Swedish morning coming in through the windows, and you see you're hooked up to an IV, but you can see your father fast asleep in the chair next to you, and he is just sitting up straight, but he is just conked out. And then you hear a knock at the door, and the door opens, and you see Smithers. He comes in. He's got a little tray with some coffee cups in it. He says, "Oh, my lady," and you can see they're steaming. And he says, "I'm so glad to see that you're finally awake." And he walks over. Even though Smithers has walked in, your dad is still just fast asleep. He is just snoring. He walks over and he sits the cups down. He says, "I brought you some morning coffee or tea, whichever you would prefer. But I'm so glad you're looking much better. I'm so glad you're all right. That was quite the ordeal last night, but I'm glad to see you on the mend. You're getting better."
Yes, thank you.
Of course.
I'll go ahead. I'll take some tea.
All right.
Take a sip.
Take some good. It's very good and steaming and hot and it's warm, and you take a good long sip and it tastes really good.
Okay. I'm looking at my dad. How long was he awake for?
Oh, my lady, he was up all night. Just worrying and making sure you were all right. He was just waiting right here. Did not move. The doctors came in. He did not move. He stayed right there. He only just fell asleep about 30 minutes ago. But he stayed right here the whole time.
I'll take another sip of tea.
Okay. He says, I put in 2 sugars just like you like, my lady.
It's delicious as always. Thank you.
I'm glad. If you would like more, just ask. And he says, would you like me to stay, or would you like to have some quiet time? With just you.
I think I'd like some quiet time. Thank you.
All right, my lady. I will be right outside if you need me. And he just nods his head and bows, and he steps out and closes the door. And you're left alone in the hospital room with your dad sleeping in the chair right next to you as you drink your tea. Time passes. The morning comes. Eventually, afternoon does come. Agnes, do you get up? Start the day?
No.
Okay.
She needs some Robo Boy time.
All right.
Or else she gonna be broken real soon.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so you stay in your room.
I don't even think she really wants to stand on her leg at the moment either.
Yeah, you just stay there, getting some good rest, resting your leg, and hanging in your room with Optimus, and then your mom is also there too. Mom's there as well. This is Agnes. As you just get some good rest for this day. Hilda, you are kept in the hospital for the better part of that day, but at the end of the day, the doctors come in. And they say, and as like they're coming, like they're starting to talk, your dad just goes, "Oh, you're jibbabobs. I'm up." Yes. And he sits up. He says, smacks his cheeks. Oh, yes. What is this? Is this a drink? He just grabs one of the coffee cups that's been there all day, and he just takes a sip and just sprays it to the side. My God, Zooks, this is terrible. This is awful. What is it? He takes it off and like
Father,
sniffs it, looks at it.
it's quite.
This is
cold
horrid.
now,
He just
Father.
dumps it out into the trash. He's like, this is ridiculous. Get me some real drinks in here, please. Some real beverages. This is ridiculous. And the doctor's just like looking at each other. He says, come on, the best beverages for me and my wonderful daughter. Please and thank
Father,
you.
don't be rude. The coffee would have been fine just a couple hours ago.
What time is it? And he looks out the window. Yes, daytime.
It's daytime o'clock.
He looks down at the other cups. I see. I'm very sorry, my fine doctors and nurses. I will to speak to my butler Smithers, and he will fetch us some wonderful beverages very soon. He turns and he looks at you. He says, "How are you feeling, my daughter? You're looking a lot better. I'm glad to see you're feeling all. You're looking and feeling. I hope you're feeling better and all right. But you're looking on the up and up.
I am feeling a good bit better. No thanks to you, I quite possibly ended up with a double concussion of some sort.
Gadzooks, oh no. Oh lord. Doctors, can you fix my daughter's double concussion?" And they just like look at each other and they start talking and they're like, it'll just be some time. You need to do a lot of rest and recovery, but you should be able to get better. They recommend a few more days of like rest. They say you can stay here or you can go home and rest. It's up to you, and your dad. But more days of rest they highly recommend.
Okay.
So you can stay here or you can go back to your house, whichever you prefer.
I guess I'll go back to my house now.
All right. They agree and they sign you out. And your dad gets out. You hope you guys all get all your stuff loaded up. And Smithers says, "I will fetch the vehicular device for us at once." And he runs out to get the limo ready. As you and your father start leaving, the doctor's just let you know to get some good rest, stay at home, just get some good rest. But as you're leaving, you pass by a hospital room, and you can see there's a nameplate on the door, and it just says Olsen.
Okay, wait.
You know that's Wade's last name.
Oh, okay.
Who's a stranger? Who's a strange individual?
Am I allowed in?
There's no nurses or doctors right now. You can find somebody if you want to ask.
Is the door open? Can I peek in?
Yeah, you kind of go up to the door and you can kind of peek in. You can see there are 2 beds on here. It's a normal hospital room, but you can see both are kind of surrounded and covered by these like white curtain sheets. But one of them is kind of poking open, the one closest to you, and you can see some bandaged legs, and you can see like a meaty fist in the bed. Wade, you are just like staring.
I got the perfect meme. Look at memes.
What do you got?
Oh no. Oh my god!
It's Darth Vader. Yeah, Darth Vader. Padme is dead. No, says Wade. No. Oh man, says Wade.
Fuck.
Truck.
I'm afraid that in your anger you
I, the Emperor. Unlimited power.
That's not out yet. We only got the original trilogy.
That's right. Only the original trilogy. Jeremy
am the
hacked into
Senate.
the dark webs and got the prequels.
I
But-
am the Senate.
I am the Senate. What? Freaking death jump at him. Death whirlpool. Death whirlwind. At them, yeah. Whirlpool at them. But
Wade's in a fucking coma.
Wade, you kind of just laying there, and you're staring up at the ceiling.
Wade's gonna be in a coma until February, and then he's just gonna die.
And you were unconscious for a while, but you've just recently woken up, and you're like kind of just blinking, staring up at the ceiling. Everything hurts, or you can't feel it. That's your current situation. But as you're kind of just staring up, blinking up at the ceiling, you just hear a Wade. Faint voice calling out to you.
I just like slowly trying to... God?
Is that you?
It's Hildy.
I just like slowly turn my head.
Yeah, you can't move your body. You can like, just barely move your neck. Your head just like kind of turns to the side.
Hello. How are you?
How am I, Max?
You are. Yes, the current situation is you. It either hurts or you can't feel it.
I just like, I was saying that, just tell me, do I have all of my arms and legs?
Hilda, you look at Wade's torso. You can see he has the like equivalent of a full body cast, but it's just on his legs and arms.
Judging by the mass amounts of medical taping, does seem to be the case. I'm not sure how functional they are, but they are there.
Sweet.
I have clones and paper skin. Every morning I break my legs. Every afternoon I break my arms. And at night I stay awake until the heart attacks put me to sleep.
Put me to sleep.
What the heck? Oh my god. All right. But
Yeah. I'm glad you're okay. Rest well. Hopefully, you'll be back at it soon, and you can do some more sick dance moves or something.
Yep. I give you a thumbs up, but everything's broken.
Thank you. Theoretical thumbs up accepted.
Squidward.
You saw that?
That's yep. That's it. All right.
All right, I'm heading home now, but I'll see you soon.
Yep.
All right. And as Hilda, you wave goodbye and you leave the room and you close the hospital door. Your dad is just standing there and he says, how's our boy doing? Is he on the mend? How's he looking?
He looks, well, he seems to be fine. I think, large portions of his body are still broken, but, I think he should recover.
Interesting. All right, well, hopefully he'll get better fast. He seemed like, a good kid, a good guy. Hope he gets better. Yes. All right, my daughter, you ready to get in the limo and head home? Get some good rest? Yes.
All right, yes, let's go.
Wonderful.
I do hope Smithers is driving. I'd like to get more than a couple feet away from the hospital before we end up back in there once again.
Yes, that is quite the pull, my daughter. Yes, but I completely agree. Yes, no, don't worry. Smithers will be driving from here on out until maybe when you learn how to drive. But do not worry, it will not be me teaching you, as I will be taking a break. And I will be taking a break from driving for a bit. Smithers will be taking the wheel for a while. Yes, for most, yeah.
What happened to the guy that Smithers assaulted with the butt end of the shotgun?
Oh, he's going to court. He's getting ready to sue. He's getting the justice ready. The justice.
It's okay. We have loads of money to spend on
And what
lawyers.
exactly were you doing pulling up to a middle school disco dance without a
Making
warrant.
business deal. Aha. I was wheeling and
Technically, he
dealing.
had a gun on school grounds, which I think is also very
He
illegal.
was breaking so many rules.
I mean, I think they both had guns, so.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
he's dead. Bye.
Aw.
Audio, Discord.
Agnes is just gonna get more angsty from here on out, folks. So get ready.
If Wade's mom had almost died, had died, that would have been his village and origin story.
I would have been so upset.
Joker arc activated.
Agnes would walk into the sea.
Wow. Wow. All right.
That would begin
but-
Wade's killing arc way sooner than anticipated.
Oh man. Rise, Darth Vader. No, but Rise,
Darth
Vader.
Vader.
Rise, Vader. But Hildy, you and your dad walk out the front of the hospital, and you can see Smithers has the limo ready. It's like you're walking out of a hotel, and your valet is waiting for you. But you see Smithers opens the door and says, "Oh, my lady, my lord," and he gestures for you guys to come in. Your dad actually is going to sit in the back with you today. He usually doesn't do that. Usually he's in front, but today he's going to sit in the back with you. As he closes the door, he says, "All right, Smithers, hit the gas, but at a reasonable speed today." And he just looks at you and he nods and he gives a smile. "A reasonable speed, Smithers. A good pace." And Smithers says, "Ah, yes, my lord. Back to home we go." And Smithers starts the car and punches it at a good, reasonable speed. Good, reasonable pace. And you guys peel away from the hospital and head home back to Klein Manor. Wait, as you're kind of just laying in bed, your body broken, you kind of just like turn your head and look. And you can see laying in the bed next to you, with the white curtain around it, you can just see your mom just laying there. She's still unconscious. She's still out, but the doctors have bandaged her up. You can see she's got a couple band-aids on her face, and some of her arms are wrapped up a little bit, but she looks like she'll be okay. She looks like she'll be all right, and you can just see her. She's just sleeping away. She's just fast asleep. As you just lay there, in your hospital bed, and you kind of turn back toward the ceiling, and then kind of just lay there. As you get some good rest as well. Gamer Hour is Sarah Ho-Sing-Loy as Agnes, Rees Payne as Hildegard, Jonathan Southerland as Wade, and Max McBride, me, as your GM. Thank you all so much again for tuning in to another episode of Tales from the Loop. We hope you enjoyed. As always, you can find us on our website at gamerhourpod.com, or you can come hang out with us and talk on Twitter at gamerhourpod, or on Instagram at gamerhour. And as always, the two best ways you can support the podcast are by leaving us a review on iTunes, we love reading those, or by telling a friend. Either of these would mean a lot, and they would help us out a ton, so we appreciate all of it. Next episode will be coming at you in 2 weeks, 2 Tuesdays from now, on the 19th of April. So if you are celebrating Good Friday, Easter, or if you want, and you're celebrating Tax Day, that's good too. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed, and have a great rest of your week. Bye, everyone. See ya.